Roguelikes. What comes to your mind when you hear that? Maybe Hades with its great characters, progression, and dialogue. Perhaps Dead Cells with its smooth action platforming and exploration. Possibly Enter the Gungeon with its bullet hell bosses and wacky weaponry. These are some of the most well-known games within the genre. The roguelike term was originally coined from the classic game Rogue, which featured the most genre-defining attributes of a roguelike: procedurally generated levels, dungeon crawling, turn-based movement, and permadeath. Roguelikes have exploded in popularity the past few years, and has caused the genre to rapidly evolve since its humble beginnings. However, some games adhere a bit closer to the original roguelike formula that Rogue began. One such game is Shattered Pixel Dungeon. It may just be one of the best pure roguelikes ever made, and it's available on mobile. Let's get right into it. Shattered Pixel Dungeon is basically the evolution of Pixel Dungeon that was released a couple years ago. It was started in 2014 by Evan, and he made that game all by himself, but then he made it open source. And he constantly improved on the game, balanced the game, and now it's Shattered Pixel Dungeon, and it has finally been released on mobile completely. It's been on Android for some time, but it recently released on iOS, and that's why I got my hands on it and wanted to make this video about it. One of the many things I like about Shattered Pixel Dungeon is that it is a huge game and it's procedurally generated. There is so much content to be had here, so many items that you can encounter in a dungeon and you don't even know what they are, and there's steps to getting to know what they are. There's badges to unlock, there's achievements to do, there's characters to unlock. There is so much that you can discover in this game, and this game lets you find it out for yourself. It's not going to handhold you whatsoever and really adheres to the discovery and figuring out things of the original roguelike formula, thus being a pure roguelike. Even with its gameplay, you can tell that it really adheres to the original Rogue design of turn-based gameplay, where when you move, then the enemy is allowed to move, and you attack in turns, stuff like that. So you really have to methodically think of your movements and your actions in turns and plan ahead. It almost feels like chess when there's multiple enemies on the screen, and it's just refreshing that it's not an action roguelike. It's really iterating upon the original roguelike formula while also paying extreme respect to it. Another thing I really like about Shattered Pixel Dungeon is its difficulty. Now, this game can be tough as nails during some runs, and it's not easy. You really do have to plan out your runs and where you go and when you use items and what you pour your skill points into and stuff like that. You cannot take this game easy or as a joke. Now, that is why it's so rewarding on top of that. When you really do get to a new floor level, it's so rewarding. When you do unlock a new character, it's incredibly rewarding. When you find a new item and you're able to use it and you're like, holy crap, this item is awesome. There's just so many little victories and little rewarding moments that keep you fueled for the next run. And it's something that I can't quite describe, but that you have to experience yourself with the game. Another great thing about Shattered Pixel Dungeon is that it is $5. You pay that price and you get everything the game has to offer, and all of the future updates are free. Now, the dev has mentioned that the monetization model of the Android and iOS versions aren't going to change as far as I know, which is a great thing. Now, on top of that, the dev really communicates with the players of this game and his community. Now, within the game, there is a menu that you can open up and it'll show patch notes, bug fixes, new items that are coming to the game in full description, things that the dev is thinking about, balance changes within the game. You just know everything that's about to happen with the game, everything that is happening with the game, and everything that has happened with the game, which is a unique thing to experience nowadays because not many devs are this passionate and that open with its player base nowadays. Shattered Pixel Dungeon can also be played in portrait mode as well as landscape mode, so whatever your preference, you can play that, and they both perform well. I think this is a huge addition when it comes to mobile games. I think this is a huge quality of life improvement too that you don't see with many other mobile games, and it's done so well with Shattered Pixel Dungeon. I know I've been rambling about Shattered Pixel Dungeon and everything that I love about it, but in a nutshell, just to conclude, Shattered Pixel Dungeon has so much content on offer. It's going to feel like it's endless. There's so many new items and things to discover, collect, and so many rewarding aspects to this game as you play. You pay one price, you get everything it has. There's so much communication with the dev about new updates on the horizon, existing balance changes. It's always keeping the game feeling fresh and new, and that's really special when it comes to a pure roguelike that really adheres to the original aspects of the roguelike formula. It's really cool, it's really satisfying to play, and I think this is a must-have if you like mobile gaming or even own a phone. You are really missing out if you're not at least trying this game out. It's cheap and it has so much content. This is a must-have. I cannot encourage you guys enough to go get this game right now. Alright guys, that was my first impression / review / love letter to Shattered Pixel Dungeon. If it helped you out in any way or you enjoyed it, please leave a like and pop a sub. And thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. It really helps me out. Now, check out the Twitch link in my description down below. I have mobile streams on the horizon. They are coming this week. I finally have all of the equipment I want to give away. It's a long story, but I finally am able to stream mobile games again. If you guys didn't know, I was partnered with Mob Crush back in the day, had a couple thousand followers on there, and I really loved streaming. It came very natural to me. I'm a lot better at streaming than I am at creating YouTube content. I basically started making YouTube content because Mob Crush went under. So if you guys are interested in that at all, please go pop a follow on my Twitch channel. I promise you won't regret it. We're going to be playing all kinds of mobile games, and I promise that it'll be entertaining, and we have a great little community there. I would really appreciate it. I love you guys. I hope you guys are staying safe, and take it easy.